today, for the first time in 2 years, and in particular for the first time since the Lehman Brothers crisis last year, we are presenting this forecast with some optimism. But at the same time, we are presenting this forecast with a lot of prudence. So these figures and estimates are a mix of optimism and prudence.
Bienvenue à cette présentation des prévisions intermédiaires.
We started 2009 from a lower point because of this downward revision of the end of 2008, but we will end 2009 in a better position than we were expecting a few months ago. And this gives us a more positive outlook, not only for the second part of this year, but for the beginning of 2010. But I have to say that this more optimistic evolution of the GDP across the year, across 2009, is accompanied by a lot of uncertainty. We know that part of these improvements are due to policy-driven measures and factors, and that we are not sure that this positive evolution will be sustained.
The first is really a technical question. You've mentioned the positive impact of the European economic.
We consider that the risks for this inflation forecast are balanced, and we don't perceive significant inflation or deflation risks in our assessment of the situation.
Unions worried about job losses. So, given the budget constraints, the public finance constraints.
In the case of Germany, you can see that after a very bad first quarter, the situation has improved in a more clear way than in the euro area or EU averages. The second quarter surprised positively with a positive figure of 0.3%, and we expect a very good third quarter in the German economy.
Spending cuts. Do you think in that context it is sustainable to announce tax?
The French figures on growth are the best ones in the euro area and in the 7 countries considered, with the exception of Poland. Growth also surprised to the upside in the second quarter, supported by strong exports. Also, private consumption was resilient. And in the second half of the year, activity is expected to grow moderately.
That different evolution of Polish economic situation comparing to other countries, that the first quarter.
Positive profile, but a lot of uncertainty, and this positive profile is based mainly on policy actions that will not be there forever, and we will be discussing during this second part of the year, during the next 4 months, the need of an exit strategy, how to define what we mean by exit strategy, how to agree that this exit strategy should be coordinated at the European level.
And I will make my try on public finances. There is no election campaign in Poland.
Fortunately, unemployment figures will continue to go up. Unemployment levels will continue to decrease because the negative impact of the crisis in the labor markets has a lag of 2-3 quarters. So even if we are now starting to see the growth towards a recovery, and the pace adopting a positive profile in terms of growth, the lag of this positive effect in labor market will be there during 2-3 quarters.